I'm not really a fan of playing Tyrant in a regional setting. I don't know. Maybe in person it wouldn't be as bad, but like online felt rough because it's like it feels like the instant slowdown. The moment they see Tyrant is like they don't know what to do, so like they freak out and they take this super long time to figure out what to do, which I understand because Tyrant's hard to deal with. At like a 20k Tyrant, unkillable by Digimon effects, can redirect. If you have Shivamon in play, you know, no options either. Like I get it, it's hard, but like do an action or something. Don't take 2-3 minutes and then do something like that's causing, you know, the slowdowns and stuff. It was pretty bad. Really long it took a lot of those games.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't play decks like D-Brigade as much as I love D-Brigade, Vaccine, like prior Yellow Vaccine, and you know, a couple other decks because, for example, like D-Brigade, the onus isn't on my opponent, it's on me, and there's so many effects to think about, the sequencing of effects, because you're putting cards at top or bottom of the deck, which are really big decisions. Like that alone is big to think about. For Vaccine, it can take long because there's so much effects going off, there's so much recovery happening, but depending on like what iteration of your deck you're running, like one of your turns could just take long. And I just value decks that are capable of just performing. Like, for example, Fenrir. As much as Fenrir is a setup deck, it's a fairly straightforward deck. Attack, die, get shit in the grave. You know, like, sure, the biggest like, decision comes in like trashing.
I literally watched their turns take forever too, though. Like, like them like Fenrir just thinking about their long, yeah.
Well, so like when I take long on a Fenrir turn, that means I'm trying to win that turn. If I'm not winning that turn, then like I'm generally trying not to take long. So like, yeah, I try to stay away from certain decks. So I feel that frustration for sure with Tyrant. You know, it's funny because like you'd expect Magna to be the same way, but I guess people don't think about it because like Magna is just uninteractable, so to say. And I say that in air quotes. It's just because it has immunity, but it doesn't mean that you can't interact with it. Which we'll talk about later. Tyrant is half uninteractable. You can't affect it by Digimon effects. So you have to think about like, when do I swing and when can I use an option card? Because you can interact with it, you know, it makes it a little bit more, I don't know, obviously fair, but it's funny because you'd expect to have more problems with Magna X, the one that's immune, compared to the one that's half immune. So I don't know. All I know is that I couldn't. There are decks I stay away from playing in tournament for like that exact reason.